But where we are now, anytime I write something, anytime, you know what I'm saying, I'm listening to something, I'm like, damn, bro, when it felt like you lost everything, the one thing that stayed, the one thing that was there, you know what I'm saying, was
music.
Music, yeah. You was able to fall back on your talents, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that you said was disposable. You wanted to give that up so you could tend to these other things, and you were still able to do those other things. But hip hop was like, yo,
it's right there.
I'm still here if you want to, you know, fuck around a little bit. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope moment right there. But
that's a friend with benefits.
Yes, truly.
That's a friend with benefits. Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm here. All you got to do is just kick it at the crib with me. We'll be good.
Yep. Let me know.
Not make some good content. Make some good content, man.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, we don't miss some good content already, man. Yeah, we did. We did.
Stop it.
Oh, shit. I was supposed to make a couple announcements before we went on the joint, but I was like, just hopped on the joint.
We just started on the joint. Oh, you mean announcements to us?
I guess to everybody, man. But
I can always cut this.
We can always we're freelancing it, man. We're getting there. We got a very special.
You guys see how often I cut shit.
I mean, fuck it, man. Whoa. Yeah. We got anyway,
Primo Jab surprise face.
Yo.
Yeah, you got the Asperger's look on. Anyway, Primo, Carl, this is dope. Who do you got there? Ghost, Big Ghost on there. Yeah.
What does the sign say? Can you see it?
I'm not Big Ghost.
Blue.
There you go. It's official.
That's funny.
It says, I'm not Big Ghost.
But what if he was?
But I'm not.
Yo, boom. Mate. I mean, boom. It's a good throw off. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw the sin off.
I can't win for losing.
Sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, man. Primo Jab, how are you?
Man, I'm all right, man. Hanging out, man. Happy to be back in the mix, man.
So indeed, you were always in the mix. The Catalina wine mixer. You always in the
Catalina wine mixer. Yeah, you know it, man. Hey, shout out, Tapped In Sneakers for locking me in with this XP the Marksman fly construction shirt that I'm rocking, man.
That is awesome.
Tapped In Sneakers got the excellent customer service, man. They got with me like literally, the quickest I think I've ever dealt with anybody, and they even gave me a discount. Like, not like a huge one, but they did. Just because they said they would, so they did it. So shout them out, man. And shout out XP for this fly design shirt, man.
That's cool.
But sock check, fool.
High socks.
I'm rocking the ankles again. I'm wearing the ankle joints, man.
I'm barefoot, man.
I got the black high socks on. Thank you.
Yeah,
tall boys, huh? Okay.
I don't got no socks on.
I always pass the high sock check.
Nah, I don't pass it. I'll be butt naked down there.
I'm new to this sock thing, man. I'm hearing that like ankle socks is out of style.
They are.
They ain't never gonna play out, boy. Ain't never gonna play out, man. Why would I not wear ankles? Why would I not wear lows? Like I don't understand that.
MAV, Primo Jab.
What are you trying to show your ankles for? What are you trying to show your ankles for? You ain't a lady. You don't wear a sundress.
Why do I want my socks coming up over low top shoes? That's the whole.
To show off the design. You gotta get designs on your socks.
I just want MAV, you gotta get some New York
Yankee socks.
I want plain white or black.
I gotta get some black Yankee socks.
Yeah, you gotta get some. Some NY on your socks.
They got all kinds of cool ones.
Hell yeah, they do.
But
it's not necessary. Just the higher the socks, the better.
Even my tall boys are just tall white or black with either a polo on them or a Nike sign or just stripes, like the old school shit. You know what I mean?
Man.
That's the whatever.
Before we get into
the whole stripes idea.
Stripe shit is dope. Stripe shit is dope. Check it out before we get started, yo. Ezekiel the Prophet sent me his album. Shout out to him. I got the vinyl right here.
You got your blur on.
Unboxing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, unboxing. Got the yeah. Word. You send me the album.
Word
There
it
it
is.
is. Shout out
North Star.
Ezekiel the Prophet,
Yeah,
man.
it's pretty dope. And then I got this fucking North Star pen to go on my hat too. You can't even see that shit. I'm going the wrong way.
There it
that's
is.
hot.
Word.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so let's get it down. I had to show that real quick. But we have a very, very special guest in the
Yes.
building.
An
You know what I'm saying?
illustrious
Returning
guest.
family.
Definitely. Yes, he's an
Appreciate
Abbot.
it.
This motherfucker can speed skate. He can do everything.
Yes, I
He can do
can.
everything, man.
Some people
I
even
swear.
said he could probably fly.
Yeah, probably. Like low key, he can land a
I believe
helicopter. I
it.
guarantee. If you want anybody in your corner to do something, start a fire or something. Get this motherfucker right here to do. And he probably not even try to do the shit, but you probably can do it.
You'd be like, fuck, I'll
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Yeah. Word. I'll figure it out.
Let's do it. Let's go.
This is the MacGyver of the motherfucking underground right here. He's been everywhere. He's everywhere, yo. He just dropped a Mirror Talk, you know what I'm saying, with Damien. That's from I Had an Accident, you know what I'm saying? He's been around for a while too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
shout out to the niggas that be hot in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We have Mav in the building. The cloth, nigga. Word.
Peace. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, I won't say that last
Again.
part, but I'll definitely say the most
the cloth,
respected figure in the underground. Unanimously,
That's
the most
real
respected
shit.
figure in the underground. I have
Truly
never,
appreciate
ever heard anybody that didn't speak your name in reverence.
Indeed.
Listen,
Ain't no
I try to carry myself in a certain light, so
And
when
that's-
you hear my name, it is carried in,
That's
spoken in.
the three of us as well.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, we love you. We got a lot of respect
Yes.
for you, man.
Yes.
Likewise.
I had word. I don't be around that much because I need to have a better internet presence. But yeah, we all love the Abbott Mav over here. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Thank you.
We
Right.
love the other Abbott, man. What's been good though, man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I kind of been off the net for a while, and then slowly I started getting visible again.
Mhm.
It was one of those situations where life was truly, truly life, and I don't know if you guys were aware that I had lost my mom last year,
Oh,
so that was weighing heavy. That was weighing heavy on me. And
Wow.
on top of that, just what I'm saying, like my family dynamics changed. So what I'm saying, me and the wife was having a little tug of war, and things just wasn't going right. So you add that on top of what I'm saying, the loss of my mother, then things were just crazy. And for once, I personally didn't have the tools to fix it. So I had to sit back for a little bit and lick my wounds. And you know what I'm saying? I was in a pretty dark place. I had to figure it out though. You know what I'm saying? Some real unlikely characters came to my aid. And they were there all the time, but like you can't really choose your angels,
Word.
For once I needed them. Yeah, for once I actually needed them. Some of the people that I've always had, I think they were, you know what I'm saying? They just had never seen me in that particular space and didn't really know how to take me in that space. So
I get that.
They kind of bailed out. They backed away like, I don't really know what to do with this. But I love that when something is going on, something serious is brewing, that it'll reveal everything. It'll show you who's who and what's what. So I'm not angry for the people who kind of backed away because they didn't understand where I was. Certain conversations are pretty tough to have.
Yes.
And in that moment, you know what I'm saying? I could have had a million conversations. I'm truly, truly unraveling in that moment. And the pillars that are normally around me are no longer there. Of course, Riggs is always there. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a mainstay. But
yes.
My life is bigger than just me and Riggs.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of people that were around that kind of like backed away. But I had so much going on personally that in that moment, I didn't even care about who backed away because I had, you know what I'm saying? Listen, my plate was running over with probably, some of the most realest shit in my life. So, you know what I'm saying? I was in a pretty dark place, and the internet really wasn't a space for me at that time.
Yeah,
I really needed to find some tools. So I start going out in nature. I'll start reading, you know what I'm saying, books, trying to, you know what I'm saying, figure things out. I even start seeing a therapist, bro. I always thought that was weak. But that was, you know what I'm saying, one of the routes I took to just try to find myself. You know what? Listen, man, when I say I was in a dark place, I was in a dark place. Super, super triggered because I was very, very angry. You know what I'm saying? So super, super triggered. So me not being around people and me not really allowing anybody into my space was like a safety mechanism.
Yeah.
And it was a safety mechanism for others. But shit, I needed a safety mechanism for myself. And that was when I got out, you know what I'm saying? Got out in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? I'll be with my dogs, get out in the wilderness, breathe a little bit. I remember one day I climbed a waterfall, right? I climbed this waterfall and I'm at the top of the waterfall and my phone rung. I'm like, I ain't even supposed to get no reception up here, but cool. My phone rung and it was my man Lucky. And he was like, yo, where you at? What's good? Because he would always call and check on me. And I told him where I was at. He was like, yo, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. He said, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to take some nice deep breaths and close your eyes. He's like, do it for like 5-10 minutes. He was like, we're going to do some grounding. He's like, I'm going to get off the phone. He's like, but I want you to keep your eyes closed. He's like, I want you to synchronize your breathing with the sound of the water from the waterfall. He was like, you're going to hear the leaves rustling. He's like, you might hear small animals. He was like, yo, just soak that all up. He was like, and do that as often as you need to. And that was on February 15th. So like we kind of at the height of winter, you know, still, you know what I'm saying? We at the turning point of winter and I'm on top of a waterfall. You know what I'm saying?
In New York.
Kind
of chilly.
Upstate New York.
Yeah.
Right. So the air, listen, man, when I tell you the air was clean, it was probably cleaner than I ever remember it being. Because at that time my eyes are closed. So, you know, one of the senses that is heightened during that time is my sound and my smell. You know what I'm saying? Just the awareness without the sight. The air was super, super crisp. That's why I remember the date and everything. And that was the day, bro, that I started, you know what I'm saying, coming out of this funk on February 15th. But like to the naked eye, everything was always fine. People would be like, yo, bro, you're so strong. They had no idea I was falling apart right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So hearing how strong I was a truly, truly cliche thing. But I was truly falling apart right in front of them. They had no idea that I'm operating off of muscle memory and I can do all of these things in my sleep. But I'm really not well at this point. Listen, I'm emotional. Listen, I'm damaged. I'm truly at my weakest. But once I started coming out of it, I understood that in order to walk in the new skin, you know what I'm saying, in order to fit my new armor, I had to be broke.
Talk that shit, man. There you go.
I had to be bent. I had to be broken. I had to be humble. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I had never really been on my ass until then. You know what I'm saying? And I still was gentle with everyone else. I still was allowed myself grace, and I started putting that new armor on. And bro, listen, I started to become somebody that I personally did not recognize because I had never been him. I've always been him, but I had never been him. And I started liking that shit.
Oh shit.
I started liking it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, the is still there, but just a lot more gentle with people. You know what I'm saying? The focus is different. Listen, it got to a point where I felt bigger, stronger, smarter than I had ever felt. Ever. I understood the strength in being merciful. You know what I'm saying? Because talking to somebody who understands the strength in destroying things when they need to be destroyed as well. So I understood the strength in being merciful. I understood forgiveness for change. And I've always been fair, but I may not have always been a forgiving person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was truly a moment of growth. I would have never sacrificed the things that I had to sacrifice to become who I am today. So I would have never, fate comes at cruel prices. The things that I had to give up, I would have never done that to become a better version of myself. That's just me being selfish. That's just me saying that I had to vacate my safe space. You know what I'm saying? Things that provided me comfort, things that provided me motivation. I had to wipe my whiteboard clean and be like, all right. So the uncertainty that immediately came with all of that was terrifying. It was terrifying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because for once, even though I'm good, I'm not good. For once, I don't see down the road. But several months prior, it was all mapped out. I had it all mapped out. Not only did I see down the road, I seen 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying, ahead. You know what I'm saying? So the dynamics of things for me have changed drastically. Let me see. I'm trying to find a way to put it. They've changed drastically, but I'm in a great place.
That's
a great
amazing.
place. I'm going to be in an even better place. I love, people be like, yo, that's the Capricorn in you. I love, I love, yes, I love the idea of looking at the rubble and being like, all right, well, we ain't really got to break ground because it's already whole right here. Let's get this foundation started and let me get ready to do some more great shit.
There you go.
Yeah, it had to be like that because listen, when I say I was in a funk, I was in a funk. Listen, I'm one of those people, and you could ask, some of the people that are close to me, like you could ask Riggs. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm not afraid to show my emotions, whether it's anger, whether I'm crying or anything. I don't have any issue with any of that. So I would tell, I remember sitting in the car with Riggs and just talking to him, you know what I'm saying, and just breaking it down. And I knew he was hurt because I don't pull punches when I talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's one of my safe spaces. You know what I'm saying? My nephew, that's my right hand man. That's one of my safe spaces. So when I talk to him, it's always like I need you to hear me in my entirety because there's going to be things that I'm going to say that you're going to be able to build on. You're going to be able to put in your arsenal and you may have to use. I pray that you never have to live in this particular moment. But being that this is where I am right now, I want you to soak up everything that I'm saying. I want you to see the emotion that, you know what I'm saying, overcomes me when I talk about the things that I'm going to talk about. So you will better understand if for any reason you end up in this place, what it's supposed to feel like. What's it supposed to feel like? You know what I'm saying? And this Riggs, listen, a lot of people will be like, yo, Riggs is a solid dude, this, that, and the third, but they truly have no idea. You know what I'm saying? My nephew was like, yo, here, you need these books right here. You need to do this. You know what I'm saying? And yo, the transformation was bananas. I remember he pulled up on me and was like, yo, you look different. I was like, nigga, I feel different. Like, yo, I feel different. You know how Ace Boogie, he was all shot up. Yeah. He was like, my body different.
I'm different.
My body different, yeah.
But when he said it because he was weakened.
Yeah.
When I told him I feel different, I said it because I was stronger.
Like coming out of the Lazarus pit.
Listen, coming out, bro. Listen, yo, I would listen to the people who would chop it up with me. You know what I'm saying? And give encouragement or be that shoulder, even if it was for a minute. I would let them know, like, yo, listen, I truly appreciate you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I want you to understand that you didn't get me out of this place, but you shined some light to help me find my way. You know what I'm saying? Because when you on your way down, listen, you literally see everything. You see all of your accomplishments. You see everything that you love. You see, you know what I'm saying? You see everything, and there's nothing to grab onto to stabilize you in that moment. Listen, and I have been trying to grab on this shit for a long time and not really being able to do so. And then it got to the point where I crossed my arms and just did the free fall. It was like, all right, we got to hit the bottom so we can actually figure out how to get back to the top. But you got to be accepting of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got beat up. Listen, I literally watched my armor falling off. I got beat up. Listen, I cried 4 days out of 7 days. The other 3 days, I did everything that I needed to take care of, and I chalked off wins, all based off muscle memory. So when I really started coming out of that shit, it was different. You know what I'm saying? It was different. It was like when that hand come out of, when that buried alive person stick his hand up out of the dirt. Yeah, I remember that. Like I remember that was February 15th, bro. That was February 15th. I remember that. I remember I got off of the waterfall, took this crazy ass walk, and the day was unusually pleasant. After that, stopped at the graveyard to see my grandmother. My grandmother's birthday is on February 15th. I stopped to tell my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, happy birthday. And I told my grandfather, they're buried right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? Told my grandfather that I loved him. I knocked on the graves, you know what I'm saying, to wake him up. And usually I will pull up there. Listen, I will pull up there broken. I will pull up there crying. I will pull up there, I will talk, I cry. I ask for like a sign. I ask for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, point me in this direction, point me in that direction. This time when I went, I didn't go to ask for anything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I haven't asked for anything since. You know what I'm saying? I always brung something. So I know that like February 15th was like the rebirth. You know what I mean? It felt good. And then slowly creative juices started coming back. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of pain. Like I could really write from a totally different perspective right now that believe it or not, I try to avoid, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not a safe space for me. It doesn't feel good to be in that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, I never forget it. I remember every single day of that journey. I remember every minute, every second. Yeah. I remember the micros and macros of that time. I remember conversations. I remember messages. I remember everything from that space. You know what I'm saying? And I use it all as fuel. I remember when I didn't have a trigger. I remember when things didn't hurt. I remember when, you know what I'm saying? I remember all of that. And I remember asking like, yo, listen, I hope I'm not getting to the point where I don't care about these things, because they're all things that are worth caring about. But
yeah,
I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the pain? It's almost like I was chasing the pain because the pain was normal for me. You know what I'm saying? It had become normal. I realized that like I truly had a lot of shit to unpack. That's where the therapist came in. You know what I'm saying? I've been a man since I was 13, 14 years old. I stopped playing video games during those times and entered, you know, that was when MAV was born. That was no longer Colin. That was when the other kids went in the house at 8 o'clock and I was still outside till tomorrow morning at 12, 13 years old. That's when MAV was born. So the shit that y'all hear in that music, that's what cultivated that. You know what I'm saying? Childhood traumas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? My introduction to things that children shouldn't have been introduced to. You know what I'm saying? So I had to unpack a lot of that stuff. And I remember sitting with, you know, my therapist for the first time. And I talked to the lady. You know what I'm saying? I just met the lady. I done cried and shit in front of the lady and everything. And she says, well, how do you feel? And I told the lady, all while I'm doing it, so I'm walking her through the end of our, meeting. And I'm putting my coat on and I'm saying, well, I'm going to get out of your chair and I'm going to put my coat on. I said, I'm going to walk out this door, your office door, and I'm going to walk and I'm going to speak to your receptionist on my way out. I said, and then I'm going to hit the door. I said, when I open that door and I go on the other side of that door, I said, I don't know how serious you take your job. I said, but once I hit the other side of that door, to me, you just heard a wild fucking story. But I walk right back into my reality on the opposite side of that door. So it's a story for you, but it's my real life. I took you from childhood to present day. That's my real life. None of it has changed because I sat in there with you for an hour and talked about it. I get to walk right back into my reality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's real shit.
So, listen, we'll reconvene after a few more sessions, but right now I feel the same way I felt before I came in. Yes.
Man,
yes.
Joe, that's the Capricorn in us, man, because that's been I had that same perception about therapy and therapists and all that. And it was like, yeah, great. I'm gonna go talk to this was my impression of it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to you. I'm gonna tell you X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Whatever. I'm gonna tell you all these details. But then what changes? I'm just going right back to it. I'm moving right back to it.
So
the stranger part is good. Judgment. It's good to talk to a stranger.
I know Mav can probably answer this, but I want to make sure that it's really, really important for people to know shit happens in life. And I don't care how strong you are.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a time where you need somebody completely impartial, somebody that is not connected to you in any way whatsoever that you can truly open up to, because I don't care how much you love people. There's things that you can't say to them. No matter how open and honest you can be to somebody, there's still going to be times where you're going to hold something back. If you find the right therapist, it is somebody that you can completely unload on. And what they do for you is help you understand what's going on and give you tools, hopefully, to work through those when they happen. So, you have traumas that bring up triggers and, something's going to happen and you're going to be right back in that moment of that initial trauma. This is what I want you to do. Stand on a waterfall, match your breathing to the water. I want you to be calm and try to soak in everything that's around you. Whatever it is, you're going to find that the therapist, much like that incredible friend of yours, is going to give you some sort of a tool to help you find your way out of whatever it is that you're currently in. And that's why therapy is important.
It's very important. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have things that they really need to unpack. They don't even know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
They don't know.
That's probably true.
They do.
I have a lot of irrational hatred towards things. I know that. I could probably benefit from talking to somebody.
I've been 3 times.
I understand. You know why we feel the way we feel. Listen, it was always weak. Why would I do this? Why would I do that? This, that, and the third.
And not only that, but it's like, why am I revealing these vulnerabilities? Why should I share this information with you? How do I know that you're going to always remain with the integrity and the utmost morality? Because we think they're going to
use it against us as well.
Exactly. I can't let down those
they
guards.
Can't, though. They can't, though. Right. It's against the law. If they disclose that, they go to jail.
Laws. Things like that. I get it though. Yeah. Whatever. There we go again with laws.
Before we move on, there's a Japanese pottery out there. It's called, I believe, kintsugi. Yeah. And whenever you get the cracks, the pottery breaks or whatever, and they seal it up with gold. That's what happened to you, my dude. You got broken a little bit. Now you smoothed it out with the gold, bro.
I got broken.
You improved and strengthened yourself.
I got smashed to rubble.
I'm telling you though, it's like the Lazarus pit.
There you go. But
you come back out renewed and
truly. Bro, I could have conversations You know what I'm saying? And be like, listen, I'm truly, truly angry with you. I'm very upset with you. And the person that I'm talking to will be looking at me like, huh? Like, why ain't you acting like you upset with me? And it's like, listen, because I understand the strength that comes along with restraint and communication.
Okay.
Wow. Listen, I know that I could snap my fingers and Thanos you whenever I feel like it. But why it doesn't have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be another way. It's gotta be more. Like that was the old me. That's what I did then. And then when I ran into the craziest situations of my life, guess what? That shit didn't work. I couldn't put my hands on things. I couldn't destroy things. Listen, the alpha in me had to take a backseat to the beta in me because both are equally important.
There's a
the
time
beta
and place.
Is where the rationale comes from. The alpha just gonna charge in there. We're gonna destroy everything, kill everything, women and children. The beta in me is gonna be like, look, Jack, I don't know if you want to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's some consequences that come with that shit. Are we prepared to deal with this? Have we thought this out? You know what I'm saying? Have we done a walkthrough, a complete walkthrough? Have we, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm so thankful for the moments, though. You know what I'm saying? To truly tap into the beta, you know? To truly tap into the beta. And just, you know, the way of thinking and everything is just refined. Still the same me, but just better. Just truly, truly better. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the pain. Listen, a lot was gained through me walking through those fires, and through, you know, I'm very, very appreciative of the people who had it in them, had the strength in them, and had, you know, the grace in them to assist me while I had to walk through those fires. But in the same light, I pray that the people that I set fires for or set fires on, that they had that type of support when they needed to get through the fires that were set by my hands. Because I set some fires. Listen, bro, when I say full circle, like the way of thinking, I think of everything. Listen, I don't only think of what's done to me or how I feel about situations. It's like, damn, those guys got caught in the blast radius of what I did. You know what I'm saying? But we could have done that totally different. You know what I'm saying? I pray those guys had the support they needed to survive those situations, you know, and come out of those situations better. I know I understand it in this life and in the life that I have lived, which is truly, truly a very storied life, that I don't get to close all of the doors behind me, especially when you've done things, when you've lived the way I've lived. You don't get to shut it down when you're ready to shut it down and be like, all right, guys, I'm done. I tap out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to walk a more righteous path, and I wish you guys the best of luck.
Sounds great. Don't let me see you out there on the path. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
Listen, I'm still him. I'm still him. But you know
there's a time in the season. There's a time in the season, a place for everything. I'm definitely.
This is my season. This last year wasn't my season. Last year was not my season at all. 2023 was truly not my season. January of 24 was not my season. February, up until February 14th was not my season. My season began on February 15th. I'm going to have a season all year, and I'm going to have a season next year too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's truly about mind, body, and soul with me right now.
That's right.
Strengthen my mind, strengthen my body. The soul will create its own anesthesia. You know what I'm saying? We'll be all right.
You know what's kind of interesting is
talk to me.
My view on this kind of stuff is the fires that you created for others are still character building moments, and they're set in place. I believe that things happen for a reason. I believe that we get tested so that we can see how strong we are. I believe that we have those challenges so that we can build character and grow and become better people.
True.
as you've gone through those and in the process given other people opportunities to go through those, that's, to me, that's life. And that's the same growing that we have to go through.
I promise you they didn't ask me for my help, but
no,
I understand.
But rarely do we ask for the Lord's help in the way that we think, we need it.
Truly.
So,
but they are moments to build on, you know what I'm saying? And they do allow for growth. And
indeed.
It's just like a snake shedding its skin. You're gonna leave some shit behind. And trust me, I'm not referring to myself as a snake or anybody else, as a snake. But I'm sure there's a lot of vulnerability that comes during that moment where a snake is shedding his skin. He's truly, truly vulnerable. He's at the mercy of anything else that considers itself a predator, during that time period, because he has a transformation that has to take place. And that's where his focus has to be in that moment, and listen, I was super, super vulnerable. I allowed myself to be even more vulnerable by communicating, you know what I'm saying, with my man Luck, with my guy B Will, with Riggs, with my therapist, with, you know what I'm saying, with the chosen few. There was even family that was like, hey, listen, I want to do this. And I'd be like, listen, I'm not really taking any visitors until next year. Like, I'm telling people this in October of last year, like, oh no, I'm not having any visitors. I'm not taking any visitors until maybe early next year sometimes.
Wow. Man.
And so, listen, I've had one visitor since August of last year. That's been Riggs. I haven't allowed for anybody to come visit me. It's just like I really, really left. For one, I was in a super, super dark place. And outside of that, I just knew that keeping people away was safe for them. Mm-hmm. I was dangerous. I was dangerous for me and to me. So imagine you coming into my world and saying the wrong thing, because right now I'm hurt, I'm wounded. So everything, I take everything personal. I'm super, super violent. Everything is heightened with me. You know what I'm saying? How would I allow you into a space that you truly have to walk on eggshells in? Mm-hmm. Because I'm waiting for you to step on the wrong part of this web so I can
completely unravel.
Yeah, no way, man. You stay away. You stay away. Listen, I'm creating a safe space for me, but also I'm protecting you. Yes.
Yeah, listen to the symbology and the language that you're using, man, because you're talking about how you are at your vulnerable points. You're shedding this skin, right?
Great analogy.
Like a snake, right? But it's not. But I want you to think even further, because of something you just said. Also, spiders, tarantulas.
Yeah.
They shed their skins,
yes,
right?
They do.
They molt. They molt to grow into their new body and to become stronger. And like you said, you're at a dangerous time like that, because you don't want people around you to step on the wrong thing to trigger you, because you're going to strike out instinctively.
Yes.
Just to protect yourself, because you tender. But
very.
Here's another thing. You're in a very dark place, man. Lobsters, crabs, they shed they molt.
The armor.
Yeah. But they grow that armor, and their armor comes back, and they're stronger, right? And
Absolutely.
also, it's the theory. There's the theory that if a lobster is allowed to continually molt and continually allowed to grow in these safe places, it can grow indefinitely. Mm-hmm. There is there's no stopping.
Size.
Yep, there's no upper level. It's just based upon the environment and the safety of that lobster.
But here's why the snake analogy works so well. The shedding process isn't difficult when you're trying to take the skin off. It starts way before that. It starts with the clouding of the eyes.
Yes.
It starts to lose its vision.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the eyes scale over as well. Then it loses its camouflage, because as that skin is changing, it takes on a sheen.
Yes.
And so now not only are you not able to see clearly, but you're also completely exposed.
Yes.
Wow.
Then you go through the difficulty of breaking that husk and getting that shedded skin off of you and being who you're supposed to be. But the challenge starts.
Wow.
With the eyesight.
And with
Change is
depression,
difficult, man.
with depression, it's always been best described as like a hazy veil is over you. You see
Yeah.
things, but you really don't see them. You don't see, your perception is wrong.
Nope.
Your, the intent is off. All of it doesn't seem right. And it's this smoky, hazy veil that you just can't see through.
You're absolutely right. Listen, I remember being on live when and this had to be this was October. I want to say October of 21 when I dropped Breakfast at Sue's.
Mm.
And I remember
I still listen to that.
Mentioning, thank you, I appreciate it.
I love it.
I remember mentioning like being depressed. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying, and I said this in the live. It was me, it was Spanish Rand, it was Aldo, a couple of other people would pop in and out. And I was saying like, yo, I've been able to chalk up all of these wins, you know what I'm saying? And I've been able to create a very, very shiny life, all while being depressed. And now at that time, I know I'm depressed. It's not destroying me because I'm able to navigate through it. But it's then that I started understanding like, this is what we're dealing with. This is why we feel like this. My man.
Still on my phone.
There you go.
Just so you know.
My man.
Heavy rotation.
Yes. And then there was I had some major explosions, you know what I'm saying, take place in 23 that took me offline. You know what I'm saying? That took me off course. Again, to the naked eye, everything is good. But if you know, you like, there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I knew there was something wrong. You know what I'm saying? My antennas was up early. And listen, I truly did not feel like myself. I had talked about early 2023, I had talked to I spoken to Riggs. I said, Riggs, listen, at the end of the year, I'm gonna leave my keys in the studio. He's like, what you gonna leave your keys in the studio for? I said, yeah, I'm done, bro. I won't need to come back to the studio. He was like, yo, you calling it a day? I said, yeah, man, I feel like I've done everything. Like I've done more than I ever wanted to do with music. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to take that time to focus on some other things. I said, I really wanted to tap into my family just that much more. I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying, be everything that I needed to be to my family. I spoke to Riggs about it. I spoke to producers. Certain producers would reach out and I would talk to them about it. Ben, OG Music Man, I talked to him about it. I talked to a lot of people that I communicate with, you know what I'm saying, on a regular about it. And everybody's looking at me like, dude, like what's going on? At that time, my moves, the things that the reason why I wanted to just leave music alone and focus on those other things, I just felt like I wanted to do all of those things better. Yeah. Not that I was doing them bad to begin with, but listen, if you were my nephew, I wanted to be a better uncle. If you were my friend, I wanted to be a better friend. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. So I don't want anything distracting me from being able to do that. So during the time where I really wasn't visible, I was watering and cultivating those relationships. You know what I'm saying? I was strengthening all of those things. But in the process, I took some hits and there were some relationships, you know what I'm saying, that I wasn't able to do so with. Why? I have no idea. That's not for me to know. I just know what the effect that it had on me. And I know what I needed to do after spending some time, you know what I'm saying, soaking in my misery. I understood what I needed to do. And listen, my children are absolute biggest cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know I always preach that. Listen, family is top tier for me. Family is number one for me.
Yep.
The dynamics of me and my wife are not what they were. That is still the lady that I love more than any other woman. She is who she is to me. I know life with her more than I know life without her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to not love her. If that's a situation that's meant to be, then it'll be. But in the meantime, I got shit to do. I got work to do. And I got work to do on me. When I do the work that I need to do on me, I can better serve everybody else. I understand my role. I understand my purpose. Yo, watch me work. You know what I'm saying? Watch me work. The things that were my motivation prior, I don't really have them in that capacity anymore. So I draw motivation from me. I don't need to see anybody else doing something to be like, oh man, this and that right there just motivated me. No, I put both of my fucking feet on the ground every morning. I look at me in the mirror every morning before I see anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is my motivation. I know that if I'm good, I can better tend to my children. You know, most of my kids are adults, but I can tend to them the way they need to be tended to. And everybody's different. So everybody needs to be tended to totally different. You know what I'm saying? I remember getting a hug from my son and he was like, yo, I've never seen you like this, Dad. And I said, yo, I ain't never been like this, son. You was never supposed to see me like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I wasn't in control. That's why you see me like this today. I would have never allowed for this. But I'm glad you did. I'm glad you were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my son's you know what I'm saying, my 20-year-old boy, he sprung into action. And, yo, it was just crazy. Listen, looking back on it, it was great to see. But it was great to see him in the role that he was playing to me. And it sucks that he had to see me broken and battered and bruised. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, I didn't have it in me. I didn't have the strength in me to compose myself. You know what I'm saying? My son seen me cry when my mother passed. You know what I'm saying? When I closed my mother's casket, which was a very, very different thing for me. I did that. He seen me cry then through his tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was at home this day. This is my safe space. This is what that lets you know how vulnerable I was. I wasn't even safe in my fucking living room. You know?
Yep.
And listen, and my boy was the one who was there to be that shoulder.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It is amazing. It's like, all right, I did something right. And if you know me again, when it comes to family, like, yo, that's my absolute most important role. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the example. I make sure my kids know exactly who I am and exactly who I've been. So nothing catches them off guard. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, listen, I've never been perfect and I never will be perfect. Trust me, you're going to fuck up at some point. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be strong enough to own up to our shit and communicate and work through it and this, that, and the third. So, you know what I mean? My kids are great. My kids are great. Oldest to youngest. Absolutely amazing.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
We've done a really, really good job with those guys. And now they're at that point where, like, my boys are very, very different. You know what I'm saying? My youngest is of course Dad's biggest fan, and she likes swagger. So she like, yo, you got your swagger back, Dad. This, that, and the third. My son's on some totally different shit. Like, yo, Pop, you listen, I love where you going with things, this, that, and the third. And it's like, oh boy, you ain't seen nothing yet, man. We only in second gear, man. This thing, man, we got several more gears to hit. This thing got a lot of horses under the hood. So that's where I am with things. You know what I'm saying? The creative juices are back. We're gonna have some fun musically.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a little bit of more. We're gonna put some real pain into the music. We're gonna have some fun with the music, and we're gonna get visible again. Listen, I'm walking back into the arena. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited. This is one of those moments where I feel like I lost so much to the point where hip hop was one of the few things that I was able to fall back on once I started feeling good again. So this is one of those hip hop saved my life moments for me.
Nice.
Prior to that, hip hop did not save my life. But where we are now, anytime I write something, anytime, you know what I'm saying, I'm listening to something, I'm like, damn, bro, when it felt like you lost everything, the one thing that stayed, the one thing that was there, you know what I'm saying, was
the music.
Music, yeah. You was able to fall back on your talents, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that you said was disposable. You wanted to give that up so you could tend to these other things, and you were still able to do those other things. But hip hop was like, yo,
it's right there.
I'm still here if you want to, you know, fuck around a little bit. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope moment right there. But
that's a friend with benefits.
Yes, truly, truly.
That's a friend with benefits. Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm here. All you got to do is just kick it at the crib with me. We'll be good.
Yep. Let me know. Yep. Let me know. Yeah. So in a great space.
True indeed. I was in a dark spot when my ex died before the podcast. The fucking meeting ended, man. I was horrible, man. I was like, there were several times I was at work, MAV, and I was a grocery manager, so I'd be putting up stock, and I'd be dead in tears, rolling down my face, just dead in tears. And my backup would come around the corner. My backup would come around the corner, and he would ask me a question, and I'd be like, "Yo, it just hurt so bad, yo. It just hurt so bad." Yeah, but I can't imagine how you feel. So that was your mother. This is a woman that I dated. You know what I'm saying? This is someone you came from. And now having a kid, when I first encountered you, I didn't have no kid. Having a kid now makes everything. Being somebody that wasn't really emotional or tied to family. So I wasn't tied to family. I know y'all got good families. I considered my family one of my best friends before I got to know my mother more. I'd never been to a family reunion before. So this woman was my family, basically. It was my ex-girlfriend, but whatever I needed or whenever I needed anything, she sent me, I needed $75. She sent me $900 before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the fuck? And we wasn't together. She had a boyfriend. But, that was my family.
Yeah.
So when I lost her, physically my body hurt for 8 days, G.
I believe it.
I was in the shower, I would yell. Then the people would come from the maintenance office, the concierge downstairs. If y'all been in my apartment, they knock on the door and see if I was okay. But bro, I was just hurt. I
understand. I get it, bro. Listen, when you be in those dark places, bro, yo, the shit that you be willing to do to feel better is, listen, I really, really was once, when I was in those dark places, I really was taking stock in like bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Ready for man, just make me mad today, motherfucker. Like, please.
Listen.
Please,
oh my God.
I don't like this person. Oh yeah.
Listen.
Word.
Let me put it like this. There was a time where I said, you know what? I'm so angry with everything. I said, you know what? I'm about to settle an old score. So I listen. I went through all of the motions, and I did all of the homework, right? And I said, you know what? I know exactly where I need to be. Listen. So hear me out. I'm on my Google Maps. I'm looking at the terrain. I'm like, all right, I need to park right here so I can see through the fence, the chain link fence. and nobody will ever know I'm there. And I do this one day. I do my homework. I do a dry run. Listen, I'm truly on some bullshit. If this day goes the way I want it to go in that moment, we are not having this conversation right now.
Right.
Oh shit.
Listen to how this shit played out. When I'm doing the homework, I'm looking to see, all right, sunsets around this time. Boom, boom. That gives me this type of window before there's darkness. But either way, they can't see through this fence. I cut my lights off. I sit there and I watch a dry run. This is the day prior. The day after is go time. I'm about to handle this shit and get this off of my chest. Maybe this will make me feel a little better. I'm there, but I'm watching the atmosphere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was light outside for at least another 45 minutes to an hour yesterday. Why? Like, how the fuck does it get dark so fast now? Listen, I really feel like that was, you know what I'm saying?
Sign.
Yes. Like,
I'm with you. I'm right
here. I know you need the light. You need that light. So you know what? I'm going to cut the lights off on you. That's going to make everything just that much harder. Even though you've done the homework and you know that we're not supposed to get dark for another 45 minutes.
But if I can get a second guess you, then I've got you. Because as soon as I get you to second guess it, all right, I got him out.
Yes.
That's the universe right there.
Yes, listen. And I remember coming back. I remember coming home. Listen, this is how you know I was on some bullshit. I forgot what kind of bullshit I fed my youngest daughter. I told her something. I said, hey, listen, Dad'll be right back. And she looks at me like, you weren't wearing that a little while ago. Where are you going? I said, don't worry about it, sweetie. I'll be right back. Listen, I'm all blacked out, Nike tech suit, this, that, and the third. I got gloves. I got everything. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it is truly, truly go time. And let's not forget, listen, you're talking to somebody who's broken. You're talking to somebody who's damaged, who's hurt. And I feel like, yeah, this will make me feel just that much better. I leave. I tell her I'll be back soon because I know I have this window. I do everything that I want to do, and it just doesn't pan out the way I want. For some odd reason, it is dark earlier than it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a mission, so I don't have a phone on me to check. But I've done all of this homework to the day prior and the day prior to that. I know that it's not supposed to be dark right now. Why the fuck has the sun gone down? Listen, when I say it's dark, it is pitch black outside. It's like 5-something in the afternoon, in the evening. I'm like, no, this is not how this shit works. I pull back in. I take that shit off. You know what I'm saying? I give my baby a kiss, talk to her for a second, and then boom, I hear garage bay open. It's my wife pulling in. You know what I'm saying? She has no idea that I'm playing the Iceman. Yeah, truly about to crash out. Yeah, because I'm playing Iceman. I'm planning on doing some dumb shit and then come home and like everything is everything and watch it on the news before I go to sleep at nighttime. And I wasn't able to do so. Wasn't able to do so. Yes, you're truly good. Truly good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I think back on that moment every now and then, like, damn, I was this close.
You know,
I was this close.
You spoke of the desperation that happens and that you'll do anything to. So what it's called like a panacea for the pain. You know, it's the same reason why. Yeah. It's the same reason why heroin and crack and all of those drugs that take you away, alcohol, anything that can numb it, anything that can just temporarily take it away. And it's I hate to use the term, but it's a slippery slope because as soon as you give into that, it just becomes easier and easier to not deal with what you need to deal with.
Yeah.
But you also got to go further and further and chase a different.
I feel better.
You know,
chase that dragon.
Ultimate point. Yeah, you're chasing the dragon. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of work. It's
never gonna make you feel good enough, you know?
No, that would have been a temporary fix. I would have been good with that for the moment, and then I would have been.
And then
I would have been in this light, like, damn, why we did that?
It doesn't fill that hole.
Nope. And it won't. It won't.
It's just a temporary distraction from it.
You know what? Everything was a temporary distraction.
Everything. Yeah.
Because I hate to tell you, there's no filling that hole. Loss is loss that we deal with till the day we die. And some people say it gets easier. That may be true. But no, that hole is always going to be there. And that's okay. Yeah. That should signify how much that person meant to you.
Cared. Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yo,
I got a lot of holes that need to be. No, I don't like that. I don't like the way.
You don't say that. See, you caught yourself.
I was pausing all the time.
You was already ready for that. Yeah.
Hey, yo, man, when my baby popped out, you know what I'm saying? That's when my baby mom didn't even know what she was doing when she named my daughter JC, but it means to heal. When she popped out, bruh, everything I was sad about was not, it didn't even matter no more.
See, all this time I thought it was me.
Oh, Carl. Nah, it wasn't you, man.
BBD?
Steve's dad. Yeah, word.
Steve's dad.
Wow. Don't treat Steve all the
Vega 7's an asshole.
Vega, you.
This is the temp. I know you got girls. You know what I'm saying? I know what they do to you. I saw your daughter running track. I'm like, damn, we old, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I be forgetting how old we are until I realize we got kids. Like, I could really, my age, I could have a kid graduating college right now. But I waited too long, bro.
Yeah,
but we don't look like it. We don't feel like it.
I've got him. Yep, I've got him.
So we don't look like it though, bro. Like
no, not at all.
Feel like it. You feel like it?
Me neither. But listen, man, I was aging when I was in that dark space, bro. Ooh, I was aging in dog years.
Mm-hmm.
7 for 1. Your aura was gone for a little bit. You know what I mean?
It was gone, bro. My weight was gone. My anger was up. Yeah. Listen, my grades was coming. I said, "Oh man, we bugging."
You lost weight too?
What?
Did you change your eating habits?
I did.
Now that you out of it, you went more towards the Riggs way.
Listen, I did, but once everything started hitting me, it acted as a steroid. So I went from 225, which was my natural weight, to 197 pounds.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I went to 197 pounds. So I'm up over 200 now because I was already changing my eating habits and in my exercise and everything. So
that's 30 pounds, my guy.
Bro,
I'm trying to lose that weight.
I went to shit, bro.
Losing it through stress isn't the way. Yeah, don't lose it through stress.
Yeah, that's not the way.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I remember talking to Mike Powers. Shout out Mike Powers.
Yeah, shout out
Mike Powers.
Yeah, Mike Powers.
Love that guy.
He mentioned you guys too. I told him I was going to be doing the show. Yeah,
the intro king.
The intro king.
Yeah,
that dude is amazing. Doing the intros.
His Saturday show is amazing too. I try to tap in every Saturday morning when he's on YouTube Live.
Indeed. Listen, I'll be catching them late. Sometimes I pop in right on time and I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know, I'm one of the co-hosts on Mike Powers Global on on the show.
Yes.
So,
word.
I try to
with
pop
DJ
in
Beans.
Support. Yes, with Beans and pardon me, fucking French, Big French. And
Big French, huh? Okay.
Sometimes I'm right on time. Sometimes I'm a little late, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I need to support Mike in that way. Believe it or not, Mike, you know what I'm saying? I remember Mike called me out of the blue one day and was just talking to me. And I'm thinking like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? But Mike was having like a heart-to-heart talk with me. He was like, bro, like, nah, I know you going through some shit. I know. Listen, bro. I remember talking to Mike one day before we did a show, and I was just, talking, but I was being open and honest. You know what I'm saying? And I had Mike crying. You know what I'm saying? And because he felt my pain. You know what I mean? So he called me, and he was talking that talk, and I appreciated the moment. I appreciated the moment. Listen, I knew that in that moment, that it was more than being a co-host. It was more, hip hop brought us all together.
Right.
But it was more than that. You know what I'm saying? The relationship was more than like, yo, can I get an exclusive, for my Saturday show?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Cared.
Yes. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful for the genuine relationships that I've been able to forge throughout, my tenure of doing music and, making these appearances. That means a lot. Like, look, even the way me and you met, Carl. I remember I was, my peoples was packaging up breakfast at Sue's. And what I like to do is when I personally am doing all of the shipping, my guys are doing the shipping, and I like to personally go through some of the emails and I contact people directly and communicate with them. And I remember seeing your email and I remember reaching out because I liked your email name. You know what I'm saying?
I remember. I still have it. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. And it was just, just the little things. I remember I would call people and be like, yo, what's good? This such and such. Yo, listen, this Mav. I just wanted to touch bases with you. Let you know I appreciate you, this, that, and the third. Plus, your address is fucking crazy, bro. Like, I want to make sure we sending this shit to the right place. Is it this or is it that? And then I would see people post about it in their stories and tag me like, yo, what are the fucking chances Mav calls you? And it's just a little personal touch I like to put on things. But, I mean, that's the same way I would reach out to those people and you know what I'm saying, and just genuinely spark up a conversation. Mike took the time to not spark up a conversation. He was very genuine, but like, it was more or less to be like, yo, bro, I want you to know that like I'm here. I've been through some shit in this lifetime myself. I know you're not good right now, but I want you to know that you're not by yourself. And like, that gesture right there meant so much because it was so many motherfuckers that was reaching out that was saying like, yo, can I get a verse? Can I get a this? Can I get a that? I wasn't in that space.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that space.
Shout out to
know
Mike.
What I'm saying? Yeah, big time.
Real.
Shout out Mike Powers, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real shit.
He did that for me.
See?
I remember we had gotten on a podcast once and after the podcast was over, he waited and everybody jumped out and he said, "Hey,
you all right?
Are you okay? You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "No. I mean, are you all right?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going through some shit and blah, blah, blah." And sat and we talked for like an hour and a half.
Right.
And completely uplifted me.
Yeah, real talk, man. Sometimes you really need to know that there's people there and that you're not alone. And sometimes you'll feel alone. You may alienate yourself. You may isolate yourself from everybody for whatever the reason may be. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I still do it. Like I still keep my my interactions, my visitation to Briggs, my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My dogs. But yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Things have changed.
Yeah, but people like Mike, people like Lukey, in the interaction, they're telling you that they care because they see it.
Yeah.
I said I'm fine. He asked me a second time because he knew I wasn't fine. He knew I wasn't fine. Exactly. And I could lie to him, but he was telling me,
that's the flinch.
I know you're lying. So I'm going to ask you again, man to man, what's going on?
Right. And that's the thing.
That's somebody who's not waiting for you to finish talking so I can get my point across type person. That's somebody who truly listens, who's aware, who's looking at you and seeing what your body language is. And
yes,
they're looking because they honestly want to know what your space is and where you're at.
Indeed.
That's so awesome, man. That's incredible.
Indeed. And the wild thing is, as men, some conversations are very hard for us to have. There's some conversations that are easy. Yeah. So I had to make some of the hard conversations. I had to make them easy. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to be willing to be even more vulnerable than I wanted to be, even though I knew that I was already vulnerable. And again, I found peace in that.
Mm-hmm.
I found peace in that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not at my absolute best, but shit, me at 50% better than a lot of guys at 100%, and I'm
Real
on my
shit.
way.
man.
Yep, I'm on my way. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a great space. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the shoulder. I'm in the left lane. Like I'm switching. I'm beeping at the one in front of me. Like, yo, you in the wrong lane, bro. You're supposed to be over there. I got shit to do. So, you know what I mean? We're in a good space. We're gonna do some dope things creatively. We're gonna continue to love everybody. You know, I don't know if you ever see my stories where at the end of I might say some real shit, and then I'll be like, yo, love y'all. You
Love
know
y'all.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Show love.
Yeah, we're gonna continue
Fucking
to
right.
show love. We're gonna do some dope things. We're gonna challenge. We're gonna push the pen a little bit. We're gonna challenge ourselves. We're gonna challenge other artists. We're gonna work with some new artists. You know, we're gonna, you know, there's always a few mainstays, but we're gonna work with some new artists. I just did a joint a little bit ago for Primo.
Yes, sir.
Listen, and what was crazy about it? You told me what you wanted, right? And this is when the light bulb's going off and I'm back in that space. I remember sitting down to write that verse, and I understood what you wanted. I thought about it for a few minutes, and I wrote that verse in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Came right
Wrote
back.
that verse
bro.
in like
Came
5
right
minutes.
back.
You know what I'm saying? But we understand, like, I had to live for 47 years to be able to write that
To
verse.
be able
for
to
him
do
in
that.
5 minutes.
Exactly
Right.
it. That's exactly it.
But
Now,
I understood the assignment, and it felt good. And it felt good.
I have to ask: Is this
glad.
possibly a project that I know about? I won't say any more than that.
No, it's not.
So it's not that project. It's another project. You are bringing some heat this year, Primo Jab. Let me tell you.
It's hey man.
Woo.
You know,
like that.
This is my therapy, man.
Working.
This is my therapy, man. I love this music, man. Hey, look, like I'm just happy that at that time with what Mav was going through, that I was even able to just be in contact with him just off the humbug anyway. Like I was just, you know, like anytime I see Mav post something, I'm always sitting there like, yup, you're right. Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you. Like I always just got some little comment, like pretty much every, like, let's say 5 out of 7 posts that he makes, because he's always dropping some sort of gem or roasting somebody, like doing something crazy. So I'm either cracking up or I'm like, yup, yeah, fuck them, or yup, you right, yeah, talk that, whatever. And this was all like, little did I know until right now while you was here that this was all during the time when you were feeling like at your lowest. But it's just like you said, looking like at from the outside looking in, and I only know what I saw from the few times you would pop up on the internet, not even being in your presence, but just, you know, it's like, yeah, man, you know, Mav keeping the, you know, is Mav, like the mental toughness it's still there, right? But at the same time, I feel like just everything you've been talking about this whole time that we've been here, man, this is one of the most tough, strongest moments. I think that this is the proof in the pudding of the armor that you're talking about coming back, man. Like this is you being that dude that Carl was talking about, that we all know. But like you said, like I say it all the time. Like this is a term of compliment when I say this. And just like how Carl said, hopping out the Lazarus pit, man, you've been in that hyperbaric chamber, man. You done turned up the gravity to like, 1,000. You was under that pressure and you was like, oh, well, it's time to get back strong again. And you just been in there doing stuff. And here you are, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot. I think everybody should appreciate what they're hearing, because we are privy to some information. It takes a lot to talk about life the way you just been talking about life, man. And that's just showcasing where you are. That shows where you at. And the genuine reflection that you're doing is just, you can tell, like, yeah, man. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm like I said, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. I'm glad. And then it worked out. I'm just glad you popped up on here again. You know, like,
oh, man,
I was like, oh shit, yeah. Hey, what you doing? I didn't even realize. You
I
know,
was
yeah, you've
listening.
been
I
here
was
with
to
dude.
come on the joint again. Really
Man,
was.
I was
people
dude.
say
We
your
talk
name
about
every
you.
third episode.
We talk about
every
you.
third
Yeah.
episode, somebody
All the
say
time.
Mav. Yeah, man. And it ain't just
Um,
us. It's like everybody. Like
Mhm.
Carl said, everybody. 9 out of 10 guests that come on here, if they know who Mav is, they say, "Oh yeah, oh Mav." Oh, blah, blah. You
man,
always
listen.
coming up, man.
I
So,
just seen you guys did one with P. Rowe with Paul.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, sir.
Listen, dope art. Listen, him. He been in that fire.
Yes.
So me and him would have conversations. Like he's taking care of some art stuff for me, but I've done music for Paul, and we've had conversations. And you know what I'm saying. The other day, just out of the blue, he was like, "Hey, bro, listen, I know you know what I'm saying that this could be a tough one for you. I just want you to know that I'm here for you if you want to talk this, that, and the third, because this is going into this was my first Mother's Day without either of my women. You know what I'm saying? So these are the two women that I hail more so than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and my mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, just that's why I'm thankful for the relationships that have been created through hip hop, because that shit didn't have anything to do with music, art, or anything. That was a genuine reach out. He could have just been celebrating his wife and tending to his family. He took the time to reach out to me and be like, "Bro, listen, I know it could be a tough one for you. I just want you to know I'm here. Do your thing, Kyle. You get it."
I want to make a correction. I think
Talk to me.
hip hop might have been the connector,
Yes,
but you built those connections.
I agree.
And it's through who you are as a person and
was the
how you deal
avenue.
with people.
Yeah.
And the time and the energy that you put into being a genuine person that helped you build those relationships. So hip hop might have been the catalyst. That's great. That's amazing. And I love that does that.
Indeed.
But hip hop isn't what built that relationship. It was you.
I agree.
It was
agree.
the great people that you invest time in that
Indeed.
that reap those benefits.
True.
All right. Listen,
And I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring.
Let's do it.
Anytime you need, I'm here as well.
I truly appreciate that, bro. We connect on several levels. You know what I'm saying? For one, the dogs.
Yes. Yes.
The anniversary.
Yep.
Our wedding anniversaries are on the same day, so you know what I'm saying.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll be crying on this year, but I'm gonna definitely salute you because it's big business.
Hey, and if you want, you can call. Hang out. It's all
that's
good.
What's up?
My wife would understand.
Can't go to Red Lobster this year though.
I know Red Lobster was done. Red Lobster was done, yo. They went bankrupt.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, there's a lot of places that are shutting down.
That's
wild. A lot of places shutting down.
True indeed. I'm not too mad about Red Lobster though. I wouldn't really go there like that. I went there for a retirement party.
So,
word?
Hey, yo, it's like biscuits. Straight up, the biscuits were amazing.
Don't feed her the cheddar biscuits, Granddad.
Yeah,
then that hoe will never leave.
Fucking what I gonna say?
It's funny because it's true.
I was I'm allergic to peanut butter. I got an EpiPen.
Wow.
Oh shit, really?
So that means you're allergic to peanuts.
Nah, it's something about the chemical reaction that happens with the peanut butter.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
Man. I'm a weirdo, man. So boom, I don't have kryptonite. I have peanut butter and pussy.
Man, send me the rest of those peanut butter cookies you got over there, man. Go ahead, put them in the mail.
I got a new flavor.
I'll send you shipping.
I got some shit. There's pork in it though on these other cookies.
No, thank
you. It's got yellow 40 or some shit. Can't have that shit.
I'm good. Yeah, see, I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to refine my lifestyle again, man. I'm really trying to take a lot of stuff out.
You don't want those.
I don't want
cookies.
any sugar. I'm trying to get rid of sugar. I'm about to stop drinking, man. I'm down to one beer every 2 weeks at this point, man. I've been really I only drink a beverage when I talk on the damn show. And even then I don't.
Speaking of eating habits change with Mav, though you changed your eating habits, I be thinking about that. I saw Sinbad in the wheelchair today. with
Yeah,
Yo, I
man.
seen
I
him. He's
saw
looking
that.
I
rough.
saw that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw
I was
that.
like, man, I gotta eat better, man. They said that was
So
Professor X and Magneto.
It looked like he'd had a stroke.
yeah, I was about to say, did he
Yeah,
have a? Okay, all
Yeah,
right. I
'cause
thought
it
he
looked
might have
like
like
half of
MS
him
or
wasn't
something
working
like
well.
that.
Yeah.
Oh
looking
man,
like looking
I
like
didn't mean that
Conway.
disrespectfully. I just meant
no, of course not. No, I get it.
it
I
Slant
get it.
face
sounded
No,
it
killer.
sounded a
God.
little cold. I didn't mean it that way though.
Slant face
it
killer.
was
You know what I'm
clinical.
saying?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yikes. See, and
Hey, yo,
then
son.
Carl
Slant face
apologizes, and then Luke keeps go ahead and
doubles
diss him in the
down.
most hip hop way possible. Like, yeah, you know,
Yeah. Hey, yo,
that's very
Sinbad,
up
need a
to date.
verse.
That's very up to date roasting there, Lukey. Well done. You're on point.
I guess, man. Hey, yo, boom. Let's go back real quick before we wrap this up. Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I'll put up the lyrics. Don't let my glad expression give you the wrong impression. I'm really sad. I'm sadder than sad. You're gone. I'm hurting so bad. Like a clown, I appear to be glad. You know what I'm saying? Word. But when you step out of it and realize you ain't a clown ever anyway, you know what I'm saying? You be happy. You know what I'm saying? When I realized I wasn't a clown no more, when that baby popped out like sploosh. You know what I'm saying?
shit was
Word.
real.
It got real.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
But
you'll find your strength in just seeing the growth in your children. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Seeing
Yeah.
what they do. Listen, my kids, they're close, so they got their own group chat and shit. And I remember
That's cool though.
my youngest daughter, my baby was like, "Look at Jordan, Dad." And it was my son. You know what I'm saying? My boys go to the gym all the time, and I'm looking like, yo, he keep all of that under the hood. Like, yo, the kid look good. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his mirror selfie. You know what I'm saying? Where he at the gym and he take a picture. But I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh boy, that boy look like a bag of shredded lettuce. Okay, all right, good work. Like I see it. I see it.
Funny.
I see the
Wow.
efforts right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
is the button to push to make them stop growing. I like 3. I don't want her to go past 3. I like 3. So where's the button you push? There's no button. Fuck.
no,
Right.
there's no button. But listen, I got a 25-year-old daughter, right? Make it my business to sit across from my daughter on a lot of evenings and eat dinner. You know what I'm saying? And just chop it up with her and see how her day has been and what's going on in her world and just communicate. Bro, you don't want her to stop at 3. You will never forget anything from the time she came out of the womb to the time she's 25. Trust me, it gets even better. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I remember being, again, I'm in that dark place and I'm talking to my baby and I'm saying certain things and I'm like, yo, I'm just mad. And she's like, Dad, it's okay to be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is truly like the female me. You see her, she got tats everywhere. And I got tats all over the place. But every time I see a tat on her, I'm like, where you get this? What's going on? She'd be like, Dad, we already had this conversation about that tattoo like several months ago. And I'd be like, man, I forgot. I just ain't seen it in a long time. But bro,
Miss Math.
this
man.
truly, she is her daddy's daughter, man. And she's an adult. She's very responsible. I remember stopping by her house to get something. And she knew I was a little beat up. And before I left, of course we laughed and I made light of everything that I have been going through because I understand that certain losses I take are losses that my children actually have to deal with too. They don't only affect me. So at the same time, I want to make sure that I check on their well-being,
Yep,
and
they
how
lost
they're
their
doing with
grandmother, yeah.
things. Yes. And again, the family dynamics with, me and my wife,
Yeah.
Right.
things that's something that affects them as well. But listen, I remember my baby was like, here, you need this for the road. She reaches on top of her refrigerator. You're talking to somebody who, at this point, I haven't had a drink in forever. But either way, she pulls a bottle of Hennessy out of her cupboard and pours me a shot. I'm like, yo, what? She was like, yo, Dad. She looked me in the face and was like, no, you need this. You need a shot right now. So listen, when I hear you saying, I understand, because when you look at the pictures, one day she's gonna be 25. You're gonna look at those pictures and you're gonna remember everything that happened when she was 2, everything that happened when she was 3, and you're gonna love those moments. You will never not love those moments. But when she become your voice of reason, when she become your safe space at 25, you're gonna be like, she couldn't do this at 3. She couldn't do that at 3. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you've invested in her up until 25 will start to manifest. It'll start to show itself. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, damn, I did good. We did good.
Yeah. I already see it. She be checking on me.
Yeah.
She always asks me, are you okay? She'd be like, be careful. Dad, how are you? What else? If she takes pride in feeding me, I give her food, and I like went to a soccer game, and every time that she fed me food, she was smile like, oh, but I fed my dad. So I already see it, like she really takes pride in taking care of her dad. Oh, we were at the hospital. I know we got to get off here. We were at the hospital because she had problems breathing. She's fine. And like everybody that walked in, that bitch, she made them say hi to me. That's Dada. Say hi, Dada. I'm like, I said hi, but she's like, say hi, Dada. She made them say, but I get my kid 3 to 4 days out of the week with the possible day doing. So it's not like I don't see the motherfucker. So it's like, word. She made sure everybody knew that was her dad. Say hi to Dada. Word. So yeah, it's already manifested, and I see it, man. But
that's dope.
3 is a good age. So I kind of experienced this. So yeah, when she get older and she can pick me up when I'm drunk, you know what I'm saying? Word. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
She can. Listen, bro. Yeah. What's wild is my one day I just so happened to be, at my house, and my wife are talking and the phone rings, and again, let's go back. The dynamics are not what they were. But we just so happen to be together, and it's my daughter. Like, hey, listen, is Dad there? And my wife's like, yeah, he's here. She was like, can you and Dad come pick me up? She was like, I went out with some friends and I had too much to drink, and I need you guys to come pick me up and somebody to drive my vehicle. This, that, and the third.
Oh,
and again, I'm looking at my wife like, we did good.
Yeah,
like we did good, because we know how many kids will just try to make it home.
Try to do it.
Try to make it home.
She called.
Listen, and even if I wasn't there, I'm sure my wife, would have given me a call and said, hey, listen, boom, Bree needs us, yada, yada, yada. And of course I would have acted accordingly. But, it was a proud moment.
Absolutely.
To know that, you know what I'm saying? Again, I always say how responsible she is, but she knew, like, hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to do this. And let me call my parents. And of course, that night she stayed at the house, and I hopped in her car. She drove with Mom, and it was just a good feeling to know, like,
we did good.
We did good. Yep. We did good. She knew that she could call.
Yeah. And she chose not to chance with her life.
That's right. That's
a good decision, even when you're drunk. That's a great decision when you're drunk.
Great decision. Decision.
Indeed, Primo G. Primo Jab. What else we got here, bro? What else we got, man?
Yeah, man. I mean,
this has been a dope episode, man.
This has been a super dope episode, man. I mean,
super real.
It's just been real life, man.
This is the realest one we've ever had.
Hey, man.
Ever, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a whole nother level. And shit, I was just gonna ask, on a side note, I mean, Mirror Talk, are we gonna hear like the product, the byproduct of you strengthening yourself? Is that what Mirror Talk is on there, or
not at all? Believe it or not, Damien reached out right before I was shutting things down, because he knew that I was calling it a day. I had did a feature for one of his other projects, and he was like, listen, I want to do a project with you. Can I commission the project. I was like, yeah, let's settle on some numbers, this, that, and the third. And I got that done. That was probably like in November. And it was done because, again, let's not forget, by December, this is when I'm saying, hey, listen, I'm leaving my keys in the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and he wanted to get in right before the buzzer. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And
oh wow,
we were able to, I was able to have some fun. The production wasn't what I was used to, but it was likable. It was doable. It was it allowed me the space to do some things and be creative in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? And play with some things. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. So salute to I Had an Accident Records. Salute to Damien. And thank you for the opportunity.
BS too. Barsville BS, the packaging pause is amazing.
Oh my God. Ty killed that, didn't he?
Ty kills all that shit. That shit
that goes without saying. Ty
Listen, that blue azul joint, the blue joint that he got right now.
All sold out already. All sold out already.
Whatever he put out is quality.
Beautiful.
Word shit. I got word shit in here somewhere. Word shit. The Weapon X shit.
The Weapon X looks great. Yeah, but
I did some work for words.
That Shadow Runner. Shadow Runner looks super crazy.
I did some work for Words too. And Words, believe it or not, Words reached out. You know what I'm saying? Words always reaching out. Words, that's my man. Words, the wild one.
Yes, he is a wild one.
Yes, he is. But I appreciate him just being who he is.
He got hands.
Yes, he does. He does. Yeah, he does. He always be like, yo, Mav, man, and when you come over here, man, if you want to come to the gym and spar this, that, and that's, man, listen, I'm an old dude. You ain't about to get in there and kick me in the head, man.
And the fact that he trains people. No. Shout out to Words, man. Words is a good
out. Big shout out to Words.
He always, yes. That's another, but I ain't letting them, you're right. I am not letting Words kick me in my fucking head.
Kick me in the fucking head.
Check it out. If you even had the gloves on and he's kicking you, and you put that shit up, you know what I'm saying? He got some power to that. That nigga, he used to fight.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good. Let's shoot some jump shot. Shoot some jumpers first.
Right. Hey, you gotta bring them into your world.
Yeah. Look, one last thing I just want to say with that project, fam, that was, you had the freedom of looking at Oblivion, man, and you got to do whatever you wanted, man. You, like you said, you was just having fun, and you were like, there is no tomorrow for me, like whatever. That's the atmosphere of Mirror Talk, huh? Like, okay,
real talk. That's exactly that atmosphere. But listen, let me shout this out. I got something else. I got so much of this already done. I have chopsticks for noodles that's been done for maybe a year now with Finn. I got Nothing Goes. It's an amazing project. Definitely big shout outs to Finn. I have Nothing Goes Wasted in the Wild that is done. That's me and K Slugger. The Lamborghini stamp. The Lamborghini stamp. That's what me and my guy from the UK. Listen, I'm talking fast and I'm forgetting names, but he won my when I did the challenge. He won. Yes, Benny Lay. Me and Benny Lay.
I was just about to ask about him. My man. Shit, here we go.
Yes, so me and Benny Lalo got the Lamborghini stamp. And it was mandatory because he speak the language. I have God, which is my another solo project for me with various producers. Super dope features. It's already done. I got some shit. Me and Mooch got a whole project. The House. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Vanderslice. I just got Vanderslice sending me all sorts of shit.
Come on, Lukey.
So right now I got an arsenal. I got some shit from Sire. So like when I say I'm back in the creative space, I'm back in that space, and I'm having fun with the music. I got a lot of shit with Riggs. Riggs he's back. You know, he's feeling good. He's sounding good. Yes. He's got some stuff that I can't wait. I think he got a project where he allowing me to be on more than one or two tracks because I always hate being on a pitch count when I'm on his projects. And believe it or not, before it's all said and done, me and Riggs got to give you one, just me and him. Oh, me and Bub Rock. Me and Bub Rock been cooking.
Okay.
That is just that's me and Bub Rock playing Spy versus Spy. Spy versus Spy. We just shooting at each other every track, having a good time.
That's
we talk
so
trash to each other. We motivate each other. We talk shit to each other. And that's a guy. Listen, that is a guy. I definitely want to put this in the air, who has been going through some things himself. But when I say that guy would check on me every other day to make sure I was good, in a good space. Listen, I would talk to him when I was at my absolute darkest, and he'd say some shit like, yo, we woke up today, bro, let's win. And I'll be like, win? What the fuck are you talking about? We woke up today. I didn't even want to wake up. What are you talking about, bub?
But
you know what I'm saying? Yes. And he'd just be lighting that fire. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and him got some work where we just, ducking behind the can, shooting at each other the whole joint, having fun, though. Having fun. When you listen to it, you'll be like, oh, I think Mav got out this time. Then you'll be like, oh, I think Bob might have got it this time. But we just, listen, there's no egos involved. We just talking shit. We just having a good time. It's different. It's hip hop. We just doing it our way. No holds barred. So that's fun. So I got a lot of work in the pipeline. It's just about timing. Timing. When I don't want to oversaturate things, but at the same time, I've dropped 2 projects within the same week. So I'm not above being like, nah, let's let that fly too.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go. So just, get ready. I'm probably going to start putting out some loosies. I just want to have fun. I just want to have some fun. I want to do music. I want to do everything my way. I want to do some fun visuals. And we already know I hustled before. Got you. But so we're going to do some other shit too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much more to me. I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to music. So we can talk about just about anything. We can talk about everything. I can give you real pain. I can give you some destruction. I can give you something heartfelt. I can talk about those ladies. I can do whatever. We just going to have fun musically. You know what I'm saying? From here on out. You still going to get my talk because that's what they want. That's what they know me for. But at the same time, I'm still going to give you some other shit. I'm going to give you what I want. And even when I'm talking that talk, you better believe that if you're not listening with a novice ear, you're going to catch the gems that I sprinkle through that shit too.
That's a fact.
Word up.
That's a fact.
Beautiful.
Carl, what we got, bro?
So I can say that I was excited for this conversation because every interaction that I have with you is a great one. And the last podcast that we had with you was one of my favorites. But I didn't know why this episode was going to be so great. And I think that it wasn't the episode we deserved, but it's the episode we needed. I think it's super important when strong people, especially strong men, can show vulnerability, but also show a path to get through it. And that no matter who we are, we all go through dark times.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we're not as fortunate enough to have built the types of relationships that others have.
Right.
But to be able to talk about it, to be able to share that with people allows people to see that there's always hope. There's always some strength that you can find. There's always some way out of where you are. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on here and sharing and being as open as you always are with us.
Absolutely.
Truly appreciate it. Yeah, man, I'm an open book, man. I ain't got no secrets. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe from a fan perspective, they think things are a certain way, but you know what I'm saying? It's important that I resonate with the people. Let them know, like, yeah, listen, I've been bulletproof for a while, but guess what? I was on my ass too. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. It's life. It happens to everybody. It doesn't happen in the same capacity, but guess what? I could hit rock bottom too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could also be comfortable enough to share that So when you see me and you be like, hold on, this is the guy who just said he was broken and he was, battered and he was emotionally insecure and this, that, and the third. And then I see him and that motherfucker got that shiny armor on.
Hey,
just know that you can get there. You know what I'm saying? You can get there.
The best
you got to put the work in.
Yeah, the best bulletproof armor in the world can only take so many shots before you have to replace it.
That is a fact. Yeah. That is a fact.
That's wild shit.
That's real. That is
really
very real.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You gotta replace that glass, or the bullets are gonna go through.
Yep.
You do.
Yep.
And it's okay for us to feel as men, even though I believe one of the best things that you were saying in here is, even though you were going through all this, is you still performed your duties as a man. And that's what it's important for us. Yeah, that's a lot of men feel like we're alone and we're supposed to be put up to this task of we have to be this all the time. Yeah, we gotta be that all the time.
Yeah,
because we dads, we fathers.
Yes,
it's okay to feel this way and be weak, and it's okay for us to come together and be strong for our women, our children, our families, our friends.
Help.
And accept help. We definitely can as men. But through all this, you pass with flying colors, my guy.
Yes,
absolutely. Truly appreciate you, bro.
Real shit. And I realized when you was coming back, I saw you everywhere liking everybody's shit and liking other like viral posts,
showing love, definitely.
Posts, like basketball posts and shit. I saw you. I just started seeing you everywhere. In everything I liked, you already liked. Like I saw a video of basketball. Mav already liked that shit. It popped up on the thing. Mav and some other people would like the shit. I was like, oh shit, Mav already saw that shit.
You back.
Cool. Yeah. So that's why I realized that you, I didn't know you was really taking a hiatus. I just noticed you more often.
Bro, I was going.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I was feeling so rough, man. Bro, I was truly calling it a day. Mm-hmm. Like, and I always said when I'm done with music, then I'm going to be done with social media, because this is one of the things I use. This is, one of the avenues that I promote music and talk about music and stuff like that. So,
right.
Listen, I'm thankful for why I have social media. I'm thankful for the connections I've been able to make through social media. Again, through music. Like Carl said, yes, it's who I am that makes the relationships what they are. But I'm glad that these are the avenues that led me to the people that I can communicate with genuinely. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We can, you know what I'm saying? And be vulnerable with. It's like, we already know I was a warrior. I'm taking this shit off. This heavy, this armor heavy. I want to sit back and drink for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, be good.
Yeah. And it's definitely okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
Word. Yeah, because we all need somebody to lean on. I believe at the end of the day, you found out it was yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh man, listen, I'm telling you, man, people will tell you stuff when you in those dark moments, and everything that you hear, you're not gonna believe any of it, because it don't feel like that. They'll be like, oh, it's gonna this is gonna happen, and this. You be like, yeah, bullshit.
Yeah,
well, you read that at.
You don't want to hear that shit. Yeah.
That's truly how you be feeling.
Hey, I don't want to hear that dumb shit. I don't want to hear that dumb shit right now, nigga.
All I want to do is sleep. The shed.
Yeah.
You can't. Because you have work to do. You can't sit there and expect the fog to clear. You got shit to do. So once you start doing the work, then everything start to change, and you be like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
they was right.
Mm-hmm.
And we know some people have no idea. They're just going to say it because it sounds good. But we do know that there's some people who've actually been through stuff. Some people who are truly living, this life and understand, like, I had to put in this work. I had to do this in order for me to get here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it wasn't until I was really, really putting in the work. I was really, really on that self-care journey. I was doing 200 push-ups. I was in the sauna. I was over here. I was climbing the fucking waterfall, about to slip on the moss and die. I'm like, oh, shit. I ain't think it was gonna happen like this. Man, nobody even gonna know I'm over here.
No one's even gonna know. Hey, look, check it out. Hold on, man. Let me tell y'all a crazy story, man. So real quick, the other day, like literally, like yesterday, I go to take out the trash at the new crib, right? And so our trash is like a dumpster that's down, about 200 yards at the end of the parking lot behind this little wooden picket fence, like tall, the tall wooden with just
Privacy
crossbars
fence.
on the. Yeah, privacy fence, right? But just crossbars on the inside, right? And the space, like you see how big this space is that I'm placing right here. Literally, that's the space for when you open the door to be able to go in and toss stuff into the dumpster, right? So there's enough space where you can get back there and a body can get back there, like a normal sized person. So I'm back there tossing stuff in there. The wind closes the door shut behind me. Right?
Oh shit.
And you can't open it from the inside, fam. Like you can't do nothing. I'm at first I'm like, oh shit, okay, no problem. I then when I found that out, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. And you can't crawl up, you can't climb over the fence. Like
too tall.
I was trying to climb it. I got on one crossbar and they're crosses like this, right? So you can't get your footing. I'm in my sock feet with some fucking flip-flops on. You know what I mean?
No cell phone.
Nike slides. Didn't have my phone because I just was going to take the trash out. Just put my kid to sleep for a nap. The front door's fucking open. I'm down here, the fucking 80-degree sun, smelling like fucking garbage juice, about to die. You know what I mean?
Breaking news. Man found after 3 days trapped in
3 days. Because I'm like, well, damn, who's coming out here? I guess I just got to sit. And I swear it wasn't I was out there 12 minutes. And if it hadn't been for some random construction Mexican dude who didn't speak no English, walking by, skeptical because he saw a man hanging halfway out of a dumpster fence, trying to crawl out. I said, amigo, ven aquí, como se dice, help me. You know what I mean?
How do you say help me?
And he was like, no, because I could see he was looking at me. He's like, no, I ain't going over there to get involved in that. I said, bro, help. I'm not on BS. Like, you think I'm breaking into the garbage can?
How do you say this is not a rape trap in Spanish?
Yes.
So long story short, here I am, man. Never take no moments for granted, man. Here I am, man. I made it out, man. The Mexican finally, he said, all right, why not? I'm gonna come help you, man. It's like, man, you can't take no moments for granted doing nothing out here,
that's
man.
hilarious.
No.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Action-packed adventures of life,
you see
man.
What I say? So Mav was gonna die on moss, and you were gonna die at the
slip
dumpster.
on the moss and fall off the waterfall.
Your death,
like, I was like, is it like this?
The primo jabs.
Exactly.
I'd rather go at the base of a waterfall than a garbage dumpster.
That's legendary.
Dumpster. A green dumpster with like garbage juice at the bottom, man.
Oh, in my sock
I was gonna have to fight raccoons at night, man. It was about to be wicked back there.
This is my leftover candy bar. It's my leftover candy bar. This is mine. You just fighting for it with a raccoon.
The raccoons go bug out.
Yeah, but we glad that you're here, man. We glad that you're here.
Yes.
You are still here, and we only getting better. What I say, the Kintsugi, the Japanese pottery, you still the gold, bro. Man. You golden, man.
That's right.
You golden, man. You golden, man.
You, bro.
But everybody out there, keep your head up, drink water, go kiss your loved ones, or don't kiss them, dap them, get them, put them in a headlock, call them a motherfucker or whatever. Or can I say faggot? Faggot?
No.
Don't do
that.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
See? Anyway,
we just lost our Emmy, man. We just lost our.
We had this great emotional episode. Next year,
here goes Lukey again. Fucking shit up.
I don't know. Yeah, fuck you, faggot. I don't. Yeah.
Damn,
anyway,
Lukey.
Episode 144 of the podcast with money and violence. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there, be safe. And we'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Get out the dumpster. Just always help out the dumpster in life.
Even if they don't understand you, they'll help.